Hi. In today's episode, we have Immaculate Antony. Yes, you heard me right. She's Immaculate Antony. Immaculate will tell us today about IMA Recreation. She has been reviving traditional games across culture and has taken them to over 1,000 people for the past few years. And she is completely passionate about the stuff that she has revived. These games are great to play at home with your family and basic things you just need at home using your boards and your seats. And she's going to today tell us a lot more about IMA Recreation. Welcome, Immaculate.
Thank you so much, Mahua and Roshan. Thank you so much for having me here. Our single line objective is to recreate games for recreational purposes. That's all. So we don't have any new game. All our games are recreated from ancient time, from caveman's time to pre-TV, pre-mobile era.
How did you get into it? Immaculate.
That's a very good question because my first 20 years of my profession or even 40 years of my life has been only study and get into work and all that. So I did that for the first 40 years, 20 years study and 20 years I worked in big IT companies. Okay. So my parents were very proud of me, but somehow, the connection between them was not that strong, I feel.
Connection between your parents or
me and my parents?
You and your parents.
Okay. No, I love them completely.
Yes,
and I used to visit them every festival, function and all that. But still, I realized that it could have been deeper only after my dad left this world, all of a sudden. And it's a sad time, but I was with him at that time. And what he left for me is a Pallanguli board in Tamil. We are from
What
Tamil
do you call
Nadu.
that? What
Pallanguli
board.
It's
okay.
Actually, at that time, I didn't even know it's Pallanguli and how to play and all that. Okay. It's a fish-shaped board with 7 holes on each sides and all that, wooden board. And I was devastated, obviously. And I don't know why he did that, because usually wherever I am, I used to, wherever I was working, I used to just call him, how are you? Give the phone to mom. That's all I used to tell him, Then my mom told me he felt that, there is nothing to talk between us. So he was waiting for me to come home so that he can play the game with me and spend some quality time with me and all that. So that got me thinking. And I couldn't get back to my high-flying job after that, So one thing led to another. Slowly, within 6 months, I had some 20 games. I learned also how to play.
Within 6 months, you had 20 games.
20 such olden day forgotten
And they were
games.
all with your father, or you went out and you started looking for them?
No. Because like I said, right, one thing led to another. Because I wanted to learn how to play that game. Then, one more funeral happened in our relative's house and they started talking only about how they spend their time together playing. That moment has become a happy memories time. That is, and they were, because they all know, they thought I'm in depression or something like that. So just to cheer me up, everybody was sharing, how they used to play, how they used to enjoy in their olden days and all that. That is when I realized memories are all we have. Memories are all we are left with, So it is good to make memories while we are living. It's
Absolutely.
good to make good memories while we are living. That is the relationship, right? Then we wanted to go and find such games. We couldn't find. Even in the cultural capital of Tamil Nadu, according to me, is Trichy, Madurai, obviously. So we couldn't find. That is when I realized, this is something which we have to bring it back in the original form and try to create memories and try to create bonding and things like that. And a lot of such small incidents happened, to reinstate what I was thinking.
What is that one significant incident that you remember that reinstated this entire passionate thing that you have towards?
Yeah, it is actually a lot of dots connected. See, after this, when I was coming back, I have collected 1 or 2 boards. When I was coming back in the train, usually when I'm coming back in the train, I used to sit in the corner with the window with a book. And I don't communicate with people around me. I am a loner, even with my own parents, I was not communicating that much, right? So I was doing that, but this time it was different because morning 6 o'clock train from Coimbatore, it was coming to Bangalore. So for a change, I thought I'll pay attention to people around me. Then it is a daytime train. Parents were there, children were there, grandparents were there, but plug points were not there. This is again 5 years back to charge the mobiles. Okay, so parents were telling children, go play, do something, don't bother me type. The moment you say play, children wanted mobile to play. Okay, and parents didn't want to give mobile because it is olden days, batteries were not that long lasting. So they have to go home and call the driver or husband or the same person who does both. So they were not giving. Okay, so children don't know what to play. So I observed that, and I just remembered one game which I used to play in my childhood, saying that I spy with my little eyes, name an object, then they have to find it.
I have played that also with my son a lot. I spy with my little eye.
See, such a simple game, isn't it
Such
fun?
a simple game.
Such
Absolutely.
a simple game. So because it is a moving train, I played I want to spy with my little eyes. We name an object, then everybody will look out of the window to find the object. When whoever finds it, they have to name the next object. Like that we were playing. And within 1 hour, I don't know how that happened. Everybody in our compartment was playing with me. Every kid is around me playing that. And after some time, I started, because it is 6-hour journey, I have to keep them engaged, right? So I told them, you have to name the object, find the object, and spell the object. Then spelling, our children can't do, without spell check. So next 1 hour, whom they partnered with? It's their grandparents. Within 1 hour, they were sitting with the grandparents' lap, and, and the bonding which happened, it was amazing. Then, when I say somebody said elephant, find elephant. I got so scared. I thought now the game will end because it's where do you find elephants? Even if the forest is there in a moving train. But you won't believe children went and searched for elephant under the seat because they are children. And they did find elephant in a newspaper logo. You know which newspaper logo is elephant? Both Times and Hindu. Both of them have elephant in their logo. So that is when I realized you have to just make them observe and mingle with people, then the magic happens. And while getting down in Whitefield and the station comes, children are not ready to get down. They want to travel with me and play the game. And while getting down, one grandmother hold my hand and tuck, tears in her eyes. She said, now I know how to bond with my, granddaughter, because I saw them playing, because when they say spell, grandmother was spelling. Then child asked the grandmother, oh, grandma, you know English. Grandmother said, yes, I retired as a headmistress. I obviously know English. Then granddaughter asked, why you never spoke to me in English? She said, I know English, but you don't know Tamil, right? So I want you to learn your mother tongue. That's why I was talking to you in Tamil. So that kind of small bonding, such a small bonding, that has changed the life of grandmother and granddaughter. Grandma told me, now I know how to bond with her. I will go back. She saw my Palanguli. She said, I will take out the games. I will play with her because otherwise she comes, I fed her, she's on computer, I am on TV. We have the same problem which I had with my dad is there with so many people. We don't know what to talk, how to mingle. So that is when that moment I decided, not only I collect the games, I will also try my best to spread it to people. So our single line objective is recreation of games for recreation and bonding.
So when you talk about this, I really look back, when I was young, I don't think we had the luxury of a mobile. And what we played Chinese checker, which is completely gone. You cannot find that board anymore anywhere. And I remember the richer kids used to have the wooden board, and, people who couldn't afford it, they had the cardboard board, for Chinese checkers. I don't know if you remember that.
I know that, yes.
Right? Chinese checkers.
6 stars.
There was, yes. And then there was, of course, Ludo, which I think every Bengali home has. And having been raised in a very Bengali home, I used to play Ludo with my grandmother. I made my son play Ludo with my parents. And Ludo was a game in which we really took our winning and losing very seriously. And and I think the bond that you talk about is so, it is really making me travel back as to how this is so important, because, now we're really dealing with children who are, having emotional crises because they don't have somebody else to talk to. And parents are all the time disciplining children. So grandparents are that falling back factor, in homes. And it is so amazing what you're telling me, Immaculate. I'm so honored to actually have you here today because to me, my memories are of a place called Shillong where I grew up, and it was raining all the time. And we could not all the time go out and play because, of course, we did not have access to the kind of mobile games that people have. We didn't have access at all. So when it rained too much, we played Ludo, we played Chinese checker. Carom board was the other one that is really almost dead. And if you go into Calcutta in the evenings, you will find little lanes where with a little bulb that's hanging, and you'll find men, older men also, after their work, they've come back and they get together over a cup of tea and carom. And that I do not find in any other city actually at all anymore. And it saddens me because to me that's nostalgia. But what is very interesting is that what you said about Ludo as a game. I would really like to know that from you, Immaculate.
Yes. You actually made me recollect 2-3 things actually. Yes, when you say Ludo, I was actually smiling to myself, And do you know, our ancestors, even 5,000 years back, played this game. Akbar played this game, in Fatehpur Sikri. He used to draw it. And he used to play using live people with, few color clothes. And he used to play that. And it is Maharaja's game, our own Maharaja's game, not known as Ludo at all. It was Pagade, it was Pachisi, even Mahabharat, it is disputable, but people say they played Pagade, kings.
With the dice.
Yeah, with the dice. And similar game is there as Patoli in Mayan time, 5,000 years old.
It's called Patoli in the Mayan times.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is Aztec time game. We put one video saying that using one board, how you can play 5 games, and Ludo is one of them, derived version, which Britishers derived from our game and made it shorten. And they introduced it back to us as Ludo, and it is so popular as Ludo all over the world.
So we are actually buying our own games.
Buying our own games in a shortened version using a plastic dice, whatever. But we used to have, it's in rich part of our culture, And the other thing which you told me, Calcutta is the one first they attempted to document all our Indian games, Actually, a lot of my research is based on Calcutta in 1964 or whatever, I forgot the year. They have collated all our Indian games, That is one of the documents I refer. We do proper research and all that. So like Ludo, lot of our own games have come back to us, Our own Paramapadam or Paramapada Swapnam came back to us as Snakes and Ladder.
Yes.
There are a lot of meaning associated to Snakes and Ladder, Even,
I must hear this from you. What is the meaning behind Snakes and Ladder?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. There are a lot of things like back to square one. Back to square one. When you are bitten by a big snake, you are going back to square one. It's not a bad thing. We all rebooted our career, right?
Yes.
It's not a bad thing. It's not back to square one. It's a new beginning. And still we can win. We can reach to, hundreds. Okay. And there are equal number of snakes and ladders in that game, if you have noticed, It means what? Ups and downs are common in life. You fall, you get up, but you never fall and stay there. You get up and run. And if you fall, next there is a ladder. If you go up, don't be so proud. There is a snake waiting for you. It actually teaches accept ups and downs equally in life.
My God, Immaculate, I've never looked at a snake and ladder board ever with this vision. You have opened my eyes to this. Thank you so very much.
Yeah. So that's the other thing actually. Our ancestors never preached. They just let us play the game. Games taught us life skills, Games taught us life skills.
Yes.
Some research, psychological research says that if you play Snakes and Ladder or any game till the end, all they say is, if you are in a game, play till the end. Never give up in the middle. If you do that, you will never get suicidal thoughts. You will never be, depressed. You just play the game with somebody else. No need for preaching. Just play. It gets inculcated in your value. Pagade, Pachisi, it actually teaches your MBA's SWOT analysis, You might have studied it, but you may not apply it because when the situation comes, you don't know to apply. But if you play, it's not one game, it's a family of game, Our Ashtachamma, Ashtachanga, Dayam, Aidumane, these are all, I classify them as dice and race strategy games. Snakes and Ladder is dice and race games. When you play that strategy, what's my strength? What's my opponent's strength? What's my weakness? What's my opportunity? What's my threat? Who can cut me? And stay together, safe place. All this actually teaches us life skills, It makes you apply in every situation. Then when real life situation comes, you will apply automatically. So that is why I'm very passionate about these games. We know you mentioned carom, you mentioned few games which people play. That was our culture earlier. If you go and see in every temple veranda, they would have drawn it. And there is a belief, after praying, you have to sit there for some time. Why sit there for some time? It's to bond with your fellow men, because earlier that's our portal. People from different villages come to the temple, then sit there, play a game with the other guy. If you don't play, you will anyway fight. You fight, it's okay. Fight in a game, it's okay. It's taken sportively. That is how they build a relationship. And a lot of games like Goat and Tiger, like Nomad community, when they go out to pasture their cows and goats, they play a game called Goat and Tiger, very popular in South India. You will find similar game, Fox and Geese, in Western culture. And the more I go deep, right, we will see surprisingly, like I said, Patoli and our Pagade related, right? How 5,000-year-old, how people know to play two different games in two different times, two different cultures. If you go deep, you will know we were all one. The cup and ball game. We play South Indian version of cup and ball. There is a Japanese version of cup and ball. There is a caveman woman playing with a conical flower and a stick. All I am saying is there is a lot of cultural, emotional, social, moral, values attached to them. We need not know them. Just play and enjoy. They will do the magic.
How amazing is that? But has it been difficult for you, Immaculate, to explain to people? Because, we're really so consumed with technology today. And at the end of the day, even this podcast is going to be on a digital platform, and people will be listening to us from their mobile phones. And one cannot deny this from our lives, because this is how the world is changing today. So what were your challenges like when you were going to do this?
Yeah, it is actually manifold. First of all, people don't even know what these games are. Right,
people actually play Ludo also online nowadays. I refuse to be part of it.
Exactly.
Somebody had called me up and said, "Will you play an online Ludo game?" I said, "No, I cannot," because to me it's so sacred part of my memory, because I played that with my grandmother, and my son played that with my parents. I cannot do an online Ludo ever.
Yeah. So like you said, right, I myself was a solution architect, and I know technology is the way for future.
Yes.
There is no denying in that. And we cannot deprive that to our children also. I am not for that. Okay. But at the same time, you should be rooted to the ground using your roots.
Absolutely.
If you are rooted to your ground, then you can reach heights. It's the, difference between a grass and a bamboo. If the root is strong, you can...
It's the foundation after all that matters.
It's the foundation after all that matters. Then you can wither any storm. So all we are saying is, we are not saying this is instead of technology, instead of online games. We are only saying, please pay attention to your roots also. Just like you rightly said, right? You can play the game online, but there is no touch and feel.
Absolutely.
When you roll the dice, and every educator agrees, multi-sensory learning is the way to go. Okay, where is that multi-sensory? Touch should be there, feel should be there. When you roll the dice, your nerves gets activated, and the clink, clink sound, ears are pleasant. You touch, you feel, then you move, then you bond with your fellow human being. You wait for their turn, you accept, whatever. That is the beauty. You play, and our games are there for 3 minutes to 3 hours. You just play one game, then you see, how bonding happens. You play together, you will stay together, So that is the kind of thing. And you are right, we have to adapt, because 1.5 years, we couldn't reach to our people. So even we started putting this as a videos, it's not a video game yet. We don't want to go there. We are not that, progressive. We want still people play this game traditionally. So we make them to draw and play. Like you said, right? People can have materials based on whatever they have. Kings might have it in marble and silver and ever silver and all that. Somebody can have it in wood. Somebody can have it in paper. Somebody can use a chalk piece and draw, or use your finger and draw it on the sand. Still it is a game board. Still you can play, right? Use seeds. Any edible seeds, tamarind seeds, rajma, lobia, anything. Sticks. You don't need expensive toys. Because earlier we used to spend hours together using just a stone, 5 stones
Yes.
games,
The
just
seven
stone.
stones game that we
Seven
played.
stones game,
Seven
just a
stones
stone.
game.
You don't need anything.
Absolutely.
You only
My
need a
God,
fellow
you're taking me back to memory.
You only need a fellow human being to play,
Yes.
and that is bonding. You might have 1,000 friends in Facebook. You are welcome. That is very good. But have one friend face to face, then see and feel and enjoy.
I so agree with you. We have lost the whole thing of seven stones, and there was, hopscotch, I think, when you jump.
Hopscotch,
Yeah, hopscotch.
exactly.
And
Entire body balancing.
entire body balancing in hopscotch. And then there was also hide and seek that we played.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
as children. And I think that was the most exciting part because, when you hide, you have that whole thing that you should not be seen.
Exactly. You blend with the environment,
Yes,
use
you
things and,
do.
blend
You
with the
do.
environment, blend with your neighborhood, blend with your, I Spy, you'll be so observant. What best way to, live with the environment and your neighborhood and your whatever. Society will be different.
How do you plan to take this forward, Immaculate?
Yeah, that's again a good question. See, right now, we have made all the boards in wood and using artisans, the same board which my dad left me. I found artisans in Madurai. They can only make it in fish shape. Madurai, Meenakshi, means fish shape, they can make it. And Chennapatna artisans. And like that, we have revived 150 games with tools. And otherwise, we draw it in cloth. Nice cotton cloth with organic materials and all that. And we use natural materials like shells and all that. We have revived 150 games. We do
You revived 150 games.
150
wow,
games.
Immaculate.
That's not wow. Like I said, I have another 400 or 1,000 to go. Because now, this is the same problem in every culture. Every culture is rich with the games. So we have alignment strategy games. It's a family of games, starting with our tic-tac-toe to Roman games, Roma to Kattam Vilayattu in Tamil Nadu and, Tanfan and Philippines. Like that, there are plethora of games. And hunting games, like I said, goat and tiger variety, fox and geese variety. War strategy games, our ancestors used war strategy games to teach their wards how to have war. You can't have real war to have that, right? So war strategy games, dice and race games, which we discussed, and that Mankala variety of games. The fish board, which my dad left me. Using one board, we can play 300 different games. Africans play that, South Indians play that, Egyptians play that. It is seen in every single culture. So like that, there are a lot of such games. See, we want to revive them. We want to document them. We want to do the videos as much as possible. This is completely neglected area, Mahua, because people research about so many things part of our culture. All is needed. Art is there, culture is there, folklore is there, storytelling is there. All is needed. And our epics are there. And our games are also there. Don't forget them. Bring them back. That's what we want to do. Then now we started online Zoom session, like you said, it's a digital platform, but I make children draw and play. So in spite of having the game boards, in spite of having a YouTube videos where they can draw, use things at home and play, I don't know how many are playing. It is like syllabus is there, book is there, still we have to make them do it, right? Once you get the taste of it, then they will continue. Because don't tell them don't play online games. Give them an alternate, right? Instead, play this like we did, right? Don't play mobile game. Instead, play this game with me. It means you have to invest that time in the relationship. Then they will talk to you anything and everything. Okay, because you are a friend. So that is what we want to do. So we do this
I'm
online
sure
Zoom
it's a very
sessions.
uphill task, Immaculate.
It is.
It is, yeah.
It is.
And I can see the complete passion in you when you're talking about it as to how, it's like you said, that rebooting also, like the Snakes and Ladder, to me, it has really touched my heart because I'm rebooting my career all over again. And this is such a lesson because I've never even looked at the Snakes and Ladder board ever like that. And I'm sure so many of our listeners have not probably looked at it like that. We've just wanted to win and not get caught at that 99, when you have the biggest snake that'll take you down to absolutely one.
Correct. Play
So,
and see.
Yeah, it is. So thank you so very much, Immaculate. And, we wish you luck to spread the fun and the learning. And I'm really hoping that many more listeners tune in and they find you on your Instagram handle. It is, if you could just share with us your Instagram handle.
Ima Recreation everywhere. So even Facebook also, Ima Recreation. And please, if not anything, check our YouTube videos and play at home. Okay, they are
and your YouTube videos are also called Ima Recreation.
IMA space Recreation.
So we can find Immaculate on Ima space recreation, and we will find more knowledge and more information about this passionate journey of Immaculate Anthony. And I'm in awe of you, and I admire the passion that you have in you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm happy to meet another passionate soul like me. We all do our bit, to make a difference. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Immaculate.
Thank you so much, Amurva and Roshan. Thank you.